Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2. It's going to be from Home Story Cup 2026. This game was played about 10 days ago. It is a recent StarCraft 2. It's going to be BabyMarine versus Reynor here in Winter Madness. Bottom right, going to be BabyMarine. Top left, going to be Reynor. Now, what do we know about BabyMarine? He's Reynor's little brother, the Italian Terran player. They share the same birthday, which is pretty awesome, and we're going to see how they play against each other, because I'm sure they are practice partners, right? If you had a sibling who was a pro at StarCraft, wouldn't you practice against them? I think you would. So, Extractor Trick here from Reynor, 15 out of 14 supply, and then down to the, there you go, down to the natural for a 16 hatch after an Extractor Trick. No proxies here from BabyMarine. Maybe he's not proficient at them quite yet, but he should be. He should learn a proxy build, because Terrans that do not have proxy builds are just easy to predict, right? It's like, you're never going to proxy me, so I just go hatch first every single time. So gas coming up for a Reaper expand timing. I think Reynor taught him this build and said, good luck defeating me with it, and BabyMarine said, okay. So, Extractor Pool coming down. Respect here from Reynor. If he didn't respect BabyMarine, he would go 3 hatch before Pool, and then just take out the Reaper with drones, right? Anyway, hit that like button if you're excited to see how BabyMarine here is going to respond to playing against his brother in Home Story Cup. This is the first time they've competed on my channel. I have cast a couple of BabyMarine games, but this is the first one against Reynor, so I'm interested to see how this goes. And let's see what time he takes his second gas here. We have a Reaper, we have an expand. Yes, it is going to be a Reaper expand, as I said earlier. Hatch going down. Hatch coming up. Why do I say that? Why do I say hatch coming up and hatch coming down? They both mean the same thing to me, but they are opposites in English. I don't know. So, marine production being started here from BabyMarine. Maybe no big surprise, thanks to his name. Got ourselves a Reaper hovered across the map here. SCV scouting, making sure it's not a pool first place. Ooh, third base at 2 minutes and 13 seconds. That is an early third. I think it's made possible by the Extractor Trick 16 hatch. Just a little bit earlier. Just a little bit earlier income. And a little bit earlier on the third there. So, Reaper Micro, very important here for BabyMarine. Can we get a kill on this Marine? I think we can. Slowlings versus a Reaper. That is not an advantage to the Slowlings. So he's like, every time I hop up to a ramp in the main base, Reynor is waiting for me there with Lings. But no, just a Queen. Combat Drugs healing up this Reaper early third base. Well, standard third base right now. Sub 3 minutes. And we've got a starport on the way. We are reactoring Hellions right now. Reaper getting a kill. Yes, getting a kill. Okay, 1 kill is acceptable in TVZ. Second kill, no, unacceptable, in my opinion anyway, as a Zerg player. And yeah, Combat Drugs healing it up. Reapers are super helpful and super grateful for those Combat Drugs. Still not a second gas here from BabyMarine. Oh, second gas, never mind, at the natural base. Still pumping out Marines here, still making Hellions. Third base. And is this going to be, yeah, Tech Lab. I think it's going to be Banshees. Yep, swapping onto the Tech Lab here that the barracks just built. So it's going to be a Banshee opening here from BabyMarine. I like it. So, Hellions out across the map. Just professional timings here from BabyMarine. Sniping a Creep Tumor even. All right. I like this here on Winter Madness. Again, I like snow maps. Players do not like snow maps because if the snow is too bright, it hurts their eyes when they play on it too much. But, oh my gosh, it's a Raven? Never mind. No Banshee, a Raven opening here from BabyMarine. I like it. Don't have to burn scans on creeps. Creep tumors are visible from scans and from Ravens, which have permanent detection. So, Marines, scouting, seeing, is there going to be a scouting overlord? I know we're scouting ourselves, but overlords cannot scout into my main base. I will shoot them out of the sky. Raider here. Oh, boy. Oh, there we go. A little bit of an advantage here on the income advantage tab for BabyMarine. Yeah, Mule's getting called down to the natural base. Third base. There we go. Made into an orbital and then floated down to the third man. This is all clean. This is an excellent opening from BabyMarine. Fourth base on the left side from Reynor. Worker count 51 to 39, but again, Mules can close that gap in income. Production tab says there is a Baneling nest on the way, and Banshees here as well. So Raven says, look, bam, Creep Tumor sniped. We didn't need to detect that one because it was under construction. And an auto turret helping to kill these queens. All right. I'm excited about this. Look at, oh, no, get back there. Oh, but Ling's inside the natural base. All right, you're okay. You have a couple of Hellions there. You can go back. BabyMarine says, okay, all right. Maybe not. A lot of queens now. One SCV went down, 3 Hellions down, and we have lost 16 Lings for Reynor. Sniping the Creep Tumors. Bam. And coming back to finish these ones off as well. All right. I love this opening from BabyMarine. We don't see Ravens very often, but that's because they are so slow to retreat against queens. And auto turret cast down again. And the Raven is alive with 0 hit points, man. 4 hit points taken back. Repair him. Repair. Lings down the left side here from Reynor. Production tab says no Roach Warren. Just +1/+1 for these Lings. Armor and melee upgrade. And Raven. We're getting repaired. We're getting repaired by 2 SCVs. Man, I think BabyMarine, might be my favorite Terran player at this stage right now, just based on that opening here. Front door wide open. Lings, Speedlings inside your natural. Speedlings in your third. Speedlings inside your main base. Okay, Siege Tank is helping, but friendly splash damage is a concern for these Marines. Okay, cleaned it up. 34 Lings have died. 7 SCVs have died on the other side here. And there's a battle report. Battle report. Even resources destroyed here for these players. 18 Lings. Units killed. Oh, BabyMarine did kill two Marines with the Siege Tank. Look at that. I like that on the battle report. So, Raven back up to the field here. Yes, not fully healed up, but partially healed up, I guess. Time is of the essence, and a drop coming out from BabyMarine. So we got 3 bases, 4 bases, and a 5th base already done here from Reynor. And what's this push going to be? It's going to be a drop. It's a counterattack by Lings. Both players see each other in that meme where 2 people are driving past each other, and they're like, wait, what? And I think that's from the Umbrella Academy. Oh, excellent surround on all of these Hellions. Raven can only watch. All right, so unloading outside of a base here is BabyMarine. We've got Marines. We've got Combat Shield. We have Stim. We have +1/+1. Taking down a drone. And, oh my gosh, so many Lings here. And not quite getting us around. Oh, loading. Picking up. Unloading. No, there are Lings there as well. 5 drones did go down, but Reynor has 81 workers. And 67 workers here from BabyMarine. Unloading in a safe place. No, not in a safe place. Reynor says, let's take a 6th base here. All we have are Lings. We've got Lings. We have Banelings. We have Queens. We have a Hive coming up. Is this me? When I play StarCraft, I like to go Ling, Bane, and Queen, and then go up to Ultralisks with nothing in between. Making Banelings is a safety thing. And then up to Ultralisk. So I like what we're seeing here from BabyMarine. He's behind on base count, which is to be expected against a Terran player, and behind a lot on base count, which isn't to be expected against a Zerg player. Well, maybe a 4th base on the way. This is, the command center is going to be a 4th base. I like it. Drop in, unloading. Is it safe? And here we go. We have Hydralisks now, so intermediate tech here from Reynor. Hydra, Ling, Bane, a very efficient, very popular build since a couple of years ago. We have Widow Mines here from BabyMarine. Reynor swinging down the right side here again. Widow Mines are so good against Lings and so good against Banelings as well. We have Drilling Claws. We have Adrenal now on the way from Reynor. And yeah, just keeping tabs on those medevacs and just surrounding the Marines that come out of them. 4th base, planetary, excellent stuff. He knows how this works in TVZ. Burrowing a Ling there. And again, creep tumors have been killed. They're not showing right now, but maybe that's because they were coming up. I don't know. Oh, Liberator attack, but look at this Spore right here. Double Spore says, hey, I know drops come up the left side here on Winter Madness. That's why there are Spores there. And Liberator... what? How are they not attacking this drone? It's inside the circle? Okay, so Queen for a Liberator, not a good trade for the Terran player, but got something. Widow Mines, ba-bam. Just, friendly fire splash there. Hydras, Lings, Banes on top of these tanks. More Lings and more Banes here. And catching a connection of the Banes on those Marines. Ugh. Battle report says it looks like Reynor killed a little bit more. A little bit more here than BabyMarine did. 3-3's on the way. Widow Mine splash. Dude, look at that. 4 kills on that Widow Mine. Overseer coming up. Is it going to be... I didn't see a Nidus in the production app anywhere. There is a Nidus getting started now, though. Nidus on the way. Overseer sweeping into the main base here. And seeing another command center in production saying, where are you going to expand is the question. Army value 112 to 90. All right, and again, Raven here dead right now, but lunging after the Raven. Yeah, Raven down. Raven did a lot of good service here. And bam, excellent Widow Mine attacks there. Not so good there. Excellent split off by Reynor, but dude, Ling's inside your natural, and that's a GG for game 1 of our sneaky twofer between these two players. Oh no, yeah, just Ling and Bane and Hydralisk everywhere. Anti-armor missile not quite enough there, and 93 to 76 army supply into the natural again. We go. Does we need maybe a bunker here? Just defense here in the natural base. Just some kind of defense against these Lings. So 29 SCVs were killed. 5 drones went down. That's it. 5 drones. Resources lost. 10,000 for Reynor, but 9,600 from BabyMarine, dude. Ling, Bane, and Queen throwing in a couple of Hydras here. And that's about it. I didn't see a big push. I didn't see a big push from BabyMarine. Just 2 medevacs going across the map and supported by nothing else. We need Marines and medevacs and maybe some tanks, maybe some Cyclones, maybe some Hellbats, something to help those Marines. Just absolutely crazy. Like, absolutely insane stuff. So that is a really, really, really good play. Good play from Reynor in game 1. No surprise he won, but I liked what we saw from Reynor, or from BabyMarine from the opening. Right? I do like the Raven opening. I do like sniping on creep tumors. But yeah, just Reynor is one of the best Zerg players in the world. So good luck with that in Home Story Cup. And he's your brother as well, so he knows your tendencies just as well as you know his. So let's check out game number 2 here. Again, Winter Madness, good map. Let's see what the map is for game number 2. Tap that like button. Game 2 on 10,000 feet. Bottom right, BabyMarine. Thinking about that first game, you need to put it behind you. And just do your best here against Reynor. Top left, it is Reynor. So, I think the advice that I just gave, try your best. I don't know. I don't feel like that's good advice, maybe. In a situation like this, you really need to be told to try your best at Home Story Cup. Maybe in something that doesn't matter, right? Like a test where if you get like an F, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect your final grade. Just try your best. So you're not going to try your best in that situation. So maybe trying your best is good advice. Maybe not, but I don't know. So another extractor trick, 16 hatch here from Reynor. Bam. I just see it a lot in anime that I watch with my daughter. It's like, let's do our best. It is such like an incredibly consistent concept in anime. It's got to be a Japanese cultural thing, you know? Just this concept of like, do your best. And I don't know. Is that a problem that Japanese people have, or they don't do their best and they need to be told to do their best so they ratchet up into high gear? Or does being told to do their best take them from very good to amazing because that's a motivational thing for them to hear? I don't know. Somebody can tell me. But 2 racks opening. Whoa! BabyMarine says it's not a proxy. It's not a proxy Falcon, but it is going to be a 2 racks. We're going to get a little bit of pressure out here. Could be obviously going for a lot of Reapers. It's not a, could be a 3-Rax Reaper, actually. Something that we saw Beyond popularize a couple of years ago in the StarCraft 2. So what are we going to get here, man? Overlord going to scout across, see what's going on. It's Reaper 1. Usually it's 2 gas if it's 3 Reaper, but maybe just 2 Rax Reaper is going to be 1 gas. Seems like it's enough. So yeah, here's where you Overlord scout. Not a long rush distance here on 10,000 feet at all. And yeah, he sees the double Rax. He says, okay, is this going to be Marines or Reapers? That's going to change how I deal with this whole thing. And we're just going to see what's going to happen. Sees 1 Reaper pop out. Says if it's 1 Reaper, it's probably going to be another Reaper. So let's see what pops out of this one. Are you expanding too? Yeah, this Overlord positioning is just... What do you even do? This is not a good map to try to go for an aggressive build like this. Right? Not a good one. Yeah, he's rallying the Reaper to the first Reaper. And when it's multiple Reapers, you're definitely going to lose 1 Ling. Maybe 2 is the minimum here when there's 2 Reapers coming around here. I mean, nice micro. Gotta say, killer micro here from Reynor. Hasn't lost a single one yet. Bam, nothing on the unit stop whatsoever. So third base coming in from Reynor. Not worried about it. If it was like a 3 Rax, he'd probably stay on, well, like a 3 Rax without an expansion, right? He'd probably just stay on the 2 bases. But with an expansion, you go for the third base. You're going to be behind economically if you don't. So yeah, good stuff, man. Happy Friday, by the way. Hope you're enjoying it. Later today, I will be streaming StarCraft 2 on this channel, playing some 3v3 stuff. Having a good time, making Ultralisks, maybe making some battle cruisers too, which is a lot of fun. But check it out. Come say hello. It's just streamed right here on YouTube. Just come to youtube.com/Falcon Paladin, and you will see me. It is going to start at about, I want to say, yeah, technically 9 p.m. Eastern. So a little bit of a later start there, but should be a good time. It's a Friday night. What you got on Saturday anyway, huh? I mean, I've got streaming and work, but, you know, you probably don't have anything. Ling's coming across, unless you work retail, which my little boy, wow. I mean, it's my big boy. It's my oldest child who's 17, and he's taller than I am these days. To be a father. Anyway, Reapers are like, let me in, let me in, let me in. Okay, good. Ling's out of the map. They do have speed, which means they have map control. So I'm going to sit at home for a little bit. Got that factory rocking and rolling with Hellions. Again, Hellions are just the answer to early game TVZ. You can turn them into Hellbats if you want, if you make an armory, which, BabyMarine says, let's make an armory. Come on, Falcon, how does that sound? Does that sound fun? I think it sounds fun. So Hellbats can be a little bit tricky for Zerg players to deal with if they don't have Banelings. If all they have are Lings and Queens, no Roaches, no Banes, it can kind of go badly for them. But at the same time, I've seen a bunch of games recently where Zerg players just have Lings and Queens against Hellbats, and it's fine somehow, so maybe not that big of a deal. Now, debris getting knocked down. Again, the use of these overmine cocoons, or I guess like nascent overmines, as obstacles in map making over the last little bit is kind of crazy, right? So this opens that up. Creep spread insane. We don't have our Raven this time. So almost got that creep tumor before it finished, but nope. Liberator on the follow-up. We have this floating egg of mystery here. It's not like an alien pod of some kind. I feel like it is. Hellbats have arrived at Arrive el Hellbatos. And here we go. We're combining Spanish and French right now. But yes, Lings and Queens, all there are. Roasting up quite nicely. These Zerglings, but all the Hellbats die. The Queens target firing those Hellbats from distance. KDA charge catching the Queens back there. Scanning, killing some creep tumors. A couple Hellbats do fall back, but that is so much damage. Queens are just tanky, man. You don't want to fight Queens with unupgraded Marines and unupgraded Hellbats and some Reapers. Dude, no, Mass Queen is what keeps Zerg alive in the first 5 to 10 minutes of every single game. But once the upgrades start coming, once the Marines have that stim, once they've got that combat shield and the medevac support and the +1, +2, +3 upgrades, then the Queens die real fast. But for now, they own the day. Lings, no good hard wall. BabyMarine learned from game number 1. You want to keep a good hard wall at your natural base as much as you can. Tank back there, too. Yeah, catching some Lings. Hellbats are like, oh, we'll fight you. Get back here. Jump, 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 jump. I like the design of the Hellbats. I like you can see the tires. It's a very Transformers thing, right? Very Transformers thing. Liberator. Bam. 2 drone kills sniped out of the sky by Queens. Transformers, you're supposed to be able to see the parts of the vehicle that transform into the other thing. into the humanoid aspect of the robot, and that's what this is. Right? They're walking on their wheels. At least it looks like that's what they're doing. Somebody had a lot of fun designing the Hellbat, man. Really are. Centrifugal hooks is on the way. Drilling claws coming in. Combat shield, yes. I don't know. We have combat shield, but we don't have stim. Like, no, we do have stim. Sorry, I had it backwards. Stim is done. Combat shield is on the way. Okay, sieging up. Can you hit that mineral line from over here? Maybe. That's kind of a great place for a tank, actually. Really, really solid place for a tank. So third base coming up from BabyMarine. And back home, just more racks, man. If at first you don't succeed, try again. More and more Marines. Going mech against somebody like Reynor is probably not going to work out in the long run. Just, they know how to handle it, man. Some of the Korean Zergs forget how to handle mech and they lose to it, but neither Reynor nor Serral really ever lose to mech at all. And then these counterattacks. There's the wall up. But this base is not walled up. Oh, boy. So sitting back here, kind of denying mining quite a bit. If the Queens want to come in and deal with some tank shots, they can. This base in a lot of trouble. And can't even deal with it with the Hellions or the Marines here. He wants that hatchery. He's like, I didn't kill a hatch in the last game. I really want to kill a hatch in this game. Got the stim. Got the combat shield. The 1-1's coming in at 8 minutes. And these Lings are just putting in work over here. They're getting barbecued. 9 SCVs go down, and 73 Lings have died in the first 8 minutes of this game. Jump in there again. Come on, man. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Drop it. You can do it. Vision being provided. Eggs getting shot at. No? Really? I thought they totally were. Are we back again? Banelings this time. 4 more SCVs go down. Top right expand. I'm not sure Reynor even wants this base. He's here. He's here. And all right. This whole emplacement gets absolutely overrun just by Lings and Banes. So yeah, look. If your Zerg opponent can beat you with just Lings and Banes and Queens, and that's about it, you have a lot of work to do. This is something that BabyMarine has to figure out. But, Widow Mines helping. Again, I like the Widow Mines. I do. You can get wins with them, without a doubt. So 87 Lings died for 7 SCVs, 14 Marines, 2 tanks, and 2 Hellbats. Again, Lings are kind of free. They're really, really cheap. They're expendable. They can be replaced very quickly. They are not gas, which is really important to a Zerg player that something is not gas. Trying to push up the right side while attacking the left side is always a solid move. Again, all the good Terran players will be doing it. +2/+2 on the way from BabyMarine. Widow Mines. Yeah, they don't want to fire on single drones, but then they fire on... Oh, okay, never mind. That was good. That was like 5 Lings went down. That's better than a single drone every day. Cool. So, 1, 2, 3, 4th base by BabyMarine coming in. Production tab says more Marines, sensor towers, more Widow Mines. Reynor's getting so big over here. And again, just the macro here from BabyMarine is not such that he can just show up at 7 minutes like Clem does with a giant friggin' scary army of siege tanks and Marines with stim, tons of medevacs, liberators somehow too. He squeezes those out. And then the Zerg player has to deal with it. That just isn't the case. And so Reynor's like, well, I'll just have 6 bases then. Get a 7th base at 10 minutes and we'll be fine. This medevac is dead. It doesn't know it yet. And yeah, just this is Zerg. This is, in a nutshell, how Zerg is dealing with Terran. Everywhere they try to go, they get surrounded and destroyed and crashed into and absorbed and annihilated by the Zerg swarm. This is lore-accurate Zerg. The Zerg that, like, has to run away from Terran forces because there's too many of them is, like, a little bit, I don't know. Like, that's not how Zerg should be played lore-wise. It's a smart way to play Zerg. You're not going to lose as much stuff. It just feels weird to me. Like, if you're going to die, die on your feet, man. Don't die running away. I mean, tactical retreat. Widowmine drop in. Okay, decent hits. Pretty good split there by Reynor, though. Sensor. I love the sensor towers, by the way. Just great sensor tower shenanigans here from BabyMarine. So look, 4 bases, great, against 5 bases. Okay, 6 bases with a 7th base coming in the right side from Reynor now. Not great. He just doesn't have the giant armies. He's got 90 army supply, but a lot of it's defensive. A lot of it's back here. He's heading up. He's going to be able to get a cancel or a kill on this hatch. Let it finish. Let it finish. Let it finish. Man, I would let that finish. There's the cancel. There's the refund. Can't really afford to do that, can you? This income advantage is massively in Reynor's favor. Even with the presence of mules, folks. Even with. Army size has been pretty neck and neck here. Reynor got a lot bigger with those lings, and then catching up, and about even now in army size. That's one of the newer things, I think, from the game hard interface. I haven't seen it. I need to keep up on the news, because that could have been there for a while, and I just haven't even tried it. I found it by accident, actually, in a previous cast. Incredibly. So top right base, si senor. And what do we got here, man? Ling's Bane Hydra. I mean, if at first it succeeds, try again. Oh, gosh. Yeah, imagine just dying, surrounded by lings, and then the green huge balls roll up to you, and you're like, oh, no. Oh, no. Adrenal on the way. Is there a Nidus today? Nope, no Nidus. Again, we got the Nidus in the last game, but it didn't really come to much. Did not amount to anything at all. And trying to sneak a base bottom left here, BabyMarine. I like it. Once again, Hydra, Ling, Bane on top of your tanks, on top of your supply depots, on top of your everything supply blocking, BabyMarine here too. And further supply blocking with the death of that supply depot. So poked in, supply blocked, got out of there. I don't think you have to lift for 1 Zergling. There you go. Get back down on the ground. Upgrade to a planetary maggot. Although that's enough. Yeah, that's a cancel. Cancel, lift, cancel, lift, cancel, lift, cancel, lift. That is so many Banelings. Target him. Trying to target him. Split as much as he can. BabyMarine, I appreciate the effort, but man, I don't know. I don't know if Clem could have done a better job there with that split. He would have probably kept a few more units alive, but yo. And then in the other side we go. Lings, Widow Mines. Again, the tanks are just getting murked. This isn't even Adrenal. Those Banelings not getting a lot done. All right, BabyMarine holding on here. Doing much better in this game than the last one. More bases from him anyway. Surviving some attacks. But if you are always defending in a game of StarCraft, you're gonna lose it. Oh, we got some ghosts out. Okay. Again, ghosts aren't very good against Lingbane Hydra, but I appreciate the effort anyway. Sniping Vipers can be a good use. Holy 51 Banelings of Banelings Batman. Okay. Well, this might be the end, sir. Ugh. Nobody likes to hear the sound of 51 Banelings morphing in. I certainly don't. He's just going to move him down. He's get them scanned early. And he's like, wait, what? How? Widow Mines save me? Actually, doing a pretty good job thinning this Baneling count out. Not an insurmountable amount of Banelings. The Marauder count's pretty hefty as well. Okay. Big old crackling drop. Crackling drop. Yeah, 2-2 crackling drop. 3-3. Very close to completion, actually. Not too far away. Yeah, mules coming in. Both players, I was going to say, spending their money, but they're maxed out at this stage. Drop, swinging down, out of range of the sensor tower. There's not a supply depot over here. There's not like a Marine just parked over here, keeping an eye on the stuff. So worried about the left side Banelings. Like, I understand it. I do. Widow Mines. Falling back. Once again, Banelings maybe not doing as much as Reynor hopes, but the drop into the main base is diabolical. Cracklings with +3 Carapace here. +3 attack, finishing up here soon. It's not a lot. You know, we're going to unload here in the third base as well. SCVs are dying. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 SCVs are going down. Supply depot is getting sniped down. Armory getting sniped. Upgrades. Tank getting killed. Finally, reinforcing dudes do show up. But this has been super duper annoying to deal with. And then this whole thing's happening. Lings and Banes everywhere. Yeah, still burrowed Lings inside Jermaine. There's the scan. He's like, I know that trick. Reynor taught me that trick when I was 6 years old, man. Burrowedlings inside my main, and I thought I cleaned it out, and I hadn't. And then 20 cracklings killed all my stuff later. Heck no, not allowed. But I mean, look, 16 minutes. We're alive. That's what this is all about, right? Surviving against somebody much better than you is a good metric of how much better you're getting at the game. Hydro lunge is on the way. Again, what are these? I don't know what the ghosts are supposed to do. You don't want to snipe a single Hydralisk. You don't want to, I mean, Overseers maybe. It's not a terrible target, but yeah, Vipers are generally what you want. This whole thing being wide open is just, why is that not a wall? I don't understand why that's not a wall. Banelings, Banelings, Banelings. Oh man, trying to split out here. 15 SCVs have been killed. Lings got all the way into the main because of the wide open nature of everything that's going on here. I would say supply blocked, and he actually is. And also, he's lost so many workers. 58 SCVs have gone down. And yeah, if you're constantly defending, you're losing. You need to be able to get a counterattack off. You need to get some kind of an attack off if you possibly can. And if you can't, and you're just on your back foot the whole time, and SCVs keep dying, and bases keep dying, you're just nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go from here. The creep spread is too much. Sniped. Laying Bane down the left side again. We've got Vipers that are decent snipe targets, all right? Oh, there's the Abduct. There's the Abduct. That's what I'm talking about. The Vipers are good to take out if you can, but yeah, all those mules are going to die. The Baneling's coming up a ramp. Not getting a ton of value, but it's all right. Lunging to try to snipe down the Liberators. Doesn't matter. GG. And ba-bam. Reynor gets the win in game number 2 here against his little brother. That is what we're talking about, man. Oh, what a great showing, man. I mean, we're talking about a fantastic showing from our guy, Reynor, right? Great play. It's his little brother. And I just kind of feel like BabyMarine has a lot of work to do. But yeah, 18 minutes against Reynor. That is a good game for somebody who is new to a professional StarCraft 2, right? So, good stuff. Good stuff from BabyMarine. Resources lost, 32,000 to 23,000 in favor of Reynor. Not in favor of, but way more loss from Reynor. The income looks like this. That's where the income looks like. I mean, we're talking about insanity. End of the day, what do we got? 84 Banelings died. 600 Lings died in 18 minutes. That's a lot of Lings. He got the Adrenal. 107 Marines went down, but 78 SCVs was probably the number of the day. And yeah, I was just curious to see where things went. So, that's a good one. All right, well, that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.